Hello everyone, this is Crumpet here, and welcome back to another tutorial. In today's tutorial, I'd like to show you how to build this 1x1 slime block elevator, and I haven't tested this, but I believe it should be friendly enough to be able to be used on servers, and it's a little bit expensive, but it's decently compact. It's 12 wide by 7 long, or I guess reverse those, 7 wide by 12 long. And you can bring it up as high as you want. Every single additional layer adds 5 blocks. And yeah, that's about it. Let's give this a little bit of a test run, and let's get started. So, on for the test run. Seems to be working properly. And the dismount. And we're out. Didn't even have to move a muscle once I got into this spot. So, let's get ourselves over to a clean, fresh world, and let's get started. Alright everybody, we're in our fresh new world, and now we're ready to start building our slime block elevator. So first what we're going to want to do is kind of dig out a little 3x3 area, 3 blocks deep. Okay. And now what we're going to do is in the middle of that, where our elevator is actually going to be, we're going to put a solid block down, and then a piston on top of it, or a sticky piston, and a slime block. Alright? Now coming over to whichever side you want to enter your elevator from, you're going to want to dig out underneath there again, 2 blocks away from it on the side that you want to enter from. Put another solid block down, redstone dust on top of that, and just replace your floor. Now we're going to need 4 unmovable blocks by sticky pistons or slime blocks, so I'm going to use obsidian this time. So let's grab our obsidian and just place it on all 4 sides of the slime block, and then on these back sides you want to make that too tall. Okay, and now come over to this block where you want to put your entrance at, and put a pressure plate down on top of that. Alright, now coming back down here, we're going to need to dig out a little bit more. So coming off the side of this block, on either side you're going to want to put a repeater coming off the block, put it on 4 ticks of delay, and put another repeater going into the block underneath the sticky piston, and put that on 4 ticks of delay, and connect those 2 up by redstone. Now, we're done down here for just a second. We are going to have to dig down there a little bit more, but let's move on to the next part first. So, from the back... Oops, no, I need that. Come back. From the back of this, we're going to need to build up 2 more blocks, and then put your sticky piston down, and another slime block. And you can go ahead and fill these up to where the sticky piston is. Leave yourself enough head height to get into it. Okay, and now off from here we're going to want to build this, actually off from the slime block we're going to come out by 2 blocks, break the one in the middle, put another sticky piston facing into the slime block. Okay, and now on the bottom of that solid block we're going to need to come out by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, put a comparator going into the solid block that's connected to the sticky piston. Now we're going to need our droppers, and we're going to need to make a T flip-flop out of droppers. So we're going to put a dropper facing away from the comparator, a dropper next to that facing upwards, a dropper on that one facing back towards the comparator, and a hopper facing downwards. Alright, and with that you should have your T flip-flop. Go ahead and put one of any single items into this bottom dropper diagonal to the hopper, and your T flip-flop should be ready. Alright, now coming off again with this block with the sticky piston connected to it, we're going to want to come out again by 2 on either side, doesn't matter which one you start with. Put a repeater on 3 ticks of delay coming out of that, and redstone dust on top of that. Now we're going to want to come underneath the block that you just put that redstone dust on top of, and put a dropper that we can't see. That's good. That's very good. There we go. Okay, so off of that dropper, just go ahead, before you forget, go put an item inside of it. Grab a hopper, connect it to that dropper. Alright, and now come underneath the dropper, put a solid block, and bring that over to the side up to where this edge is right here. Put a little staircase up, and you're good. Now let's go ahead and connect that. So off of the off the hopper, we're gonna need a comparator, a redstone repeater, and 2 redstone dust pointing into that block. Now off the side of the block that redstone dust is pointing into, come over by 2 and grab another repeater and put it right there pointing back towards that block, and another redstone dust pointing into there. Come back over to this side, come out 2 on this side as well, get another repeater, put it down here, and redstone dust. Alright, now we're going to want to bring that back by 1, bring that over 3, and bring that over again, so there's a 2 air block in between. Put a repeater coming off the side right there, pointing back into that block, and connect these 2 repeaters up with redstone. Now, we're just going to put a repeater going into our T flip-flop, the redstone dust behind that, and this floor is pretty much set to go once we hook it up to the input signal, which is what I was talking about, how we're going to need to come down here one more time. So off the back of this, you're just going to want to make a signal going upwards. I found that the easiest way to do it with the space constraints is to use a half slab tower, so you can kind of go back and forth without using too much horizontal space in either direction. I can't reach that one. That's what happens when you do it from the top up. Break out those solid blocks. Okay. And now from over here, we're going to come back down here one last time. And on the opposite block, on the opposite side of the block where you have this repeater, you're going to want another repeater, put it on 4 ticks of delay. Go ahead and bring that out. You can just kind of tower it up right here. Alright, and before you hit this half slab vertical tower, you're going to want another repeater. I would get it as close as possible, so I'm going to do it right here and put that on 2 ticks of delay, and just bring your signal over and run it up. And now your first launch pad should be ready. Let's go ahead and test it out. Let's put some other unmovable blocks around it. Okay, go ahead and fill that in as well so it don't fall. Alright, let's give this a shot. Perfect. Okay, so now there's one extra thing that we're going to need to do to hook up the next line of the next layer of this. We're going to need a signal that goes up to the next layer, obviously, and we want to have that at the very end. So off of this hopper again, we're going to want to take our solid blocks and bring it 1 block past where this one goes, so right to here. Grab your comparators again, your repeaters again, and then fill that in, these 4 blocks, with redstone dust. And because these 2 are connecting and we don't want that to happen, you're going to want to break those signals by adding a solid block right there. Alright, and this will be our input for the next line, but we're not quite ready to hook it up yet. So we're going to build this second layer, and then I'll show you how to hook that up. Okay, so for the next layer and every single layer from here on out, the pattern is pretty much the exact same, except you keep alternating from putting all the redstone off on the left side to off on the right side, off on the left side. Just mirror it back and forth, and you should have more than enough room to make everything fit. But this one pretty much starts just the same. So from where the slime block is, it goes up by 1. So where that block is right here, then 2 more solid blocks, another sticky piston, and another repeater. And where you can already kind of see how this pattern starts to repeat itself. Whoops. So just build those up real fast. Let's grab our obsidian again. Okay. So yeah, pretty much just easy. Same thing as before, but you're mirroring it on the other side. So I'm just going to quickly knock this out. Hopefully you can catch what I'm doing while I do it, but... Alright guys, and when you finish up the second launch pad, or the second layer of it, you should have pretty much the exact same thing, but on the other side. So as you see, you got that down here, and mirrored it right up here. So now we need to go ahead and show you how to hook up the signals to the next line. So just to make this easier, we're going to break that out, and we're going to do the same thing again with our stone slab tower. So coming off of the back of this one right here, where this fourth one goes, you're going to want a stone slab, and then we're just going to go from here to the side, just going up. And I find this is the easiest way to get it done, to put them all in the right spot again. And as you see, it hooks up nicely just right there, and it should just be enough of a signal length to make it all the way up. I think it's actually exactly 15. So I was cutting it very close with that one. Excuse me. So as you can see, where this when this hopper fires off, it'll go up to the next line, go up here, up here, up here, up here, and then fire off the next one by the time that you get up. So let's go ahead and give it a test shot with 2 of these now. Perfect. Okay. And so yeah, you can just keep on stacking up these layers until you build this as high as you want. Each additional layer, like I said, adds 5 more blocks of vertical height traveled. And you can just start it off on increments of 5. You can end it early, but I would try to measure this out by increments of 5 and then ending early. And I'll show you how to end it a little early with the dismount pad, but I'm going to go ahead off camera, build a few more of these up, and then I'll show you how to build the dismount pad. Okay guys, after you've built your elevator up as tall as you want it, I think I did about 6 launch pads just to make sure everything was working properly no matter how high I built it. But anyways, if you're lazy like me, you want to build a dismount pad, and I know you can just kind of ride it while holding forward and you'll get out properly anyways, but like so. You can just hold forwards or hold a direction and get out, but I'm lazy. I want a dismount pad. So what we're going to do is we're going to go off of here. We're going to build 1 block up, and then a sticky piston, and then a non-solid block like glowstone or glass or something. I'm going to go with glowstone in this instance. I'm going to take that and connect the glowstone up to your sticky piston. Okay. And now just off of the bottom where this is, you just want to take this back a little bit. And again, doing the same thing like with what we did with the half slabs, off of this output right here, you're going to want to come bring it back and bring that up again. So yeah, just bring it up to the same level as where your sticky piston is. And you can end this early, and you're just going to have to play with the timings of the repeaters that I'm about to show you. But if you don't want to bring it, I have it full 5, all 5 of the blocks that it launches you up. You can change that and make that lower if you want, and then lower the timings on these repeaters, and it should be just fine. And anyways, this should all connect up just properly, like so. And then just go ahead and connect up the redstone up this tower. Okay, and now we're just going to need, like I said, a couple repeaters. If you're doing all 5 blocks, you're going to want to put a repeater on full delay and another repeater on 2 ticks delay, and that should be enough. So let's go ahead and give that a shot now. Oh yeah, and connect it up with redstone obviously. But let's give this a try with our dismount pad. And up we go. Yep, our dismount pad got us out, didn't have to touch anything, just kind of let it do it ourselves. Everything worked just fine, no issues at all. This thing is beautiful. So like I said, it's a little resource intensive, but very reliable because it waits on one floor to be finished before it even can fire off the next floor. So if you ever hit a little hitch of lag, or server doesn't update immediately or something like that, the next one's not going to fire off before you're ready because it requires the one that you're standing on to fire off. If you catch what I'm saying. I know that kind of didn't make a whole lot of sense, but it pretty much activates in a series. So the next one can't fire off until the previous one. So that's why this works so well. It's a little bit slow because of that, but it's very, very reliable, and I think it should work on servers too. I'm not 100% sure on that. I don't play on a server, so if somebody would like to test that for me, that would be awesome. I would love to hear your feedback on that. But yeah, anyways, that's my slime block elevator, guys. I hope you enjoyed it and enjoyed the tutorial, and this has been Crumpet. Once again, I'm out of here. Have a great day, everybody. See you later.